Thank you for the opportunity and invitation to speak, together with our distinguished guests for today at the Asia Learning Forum 2020. I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Jim Donovan, CEO and co-founder of ADEC Innovations. Our company, ADEC, provides environment, social, and governance assurance solutions. We do it through professional services, software, and workforce solutions. We're a group of 18 different businesses located in 15 countries. And through the years, we've invested in many things, but particularly in education in the physical and digital form. So before I begin, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are across the globe. I'd like to start off with the fourth industrial revolution. This has changed the way that we live, interact, and communicate. The use of artificial intelligence to finish our sentences, robotics, the Internet of Things have all augmented our capabilities and some say have improved the quality of our lives. There are challenges. Global economic players have given special attention to the opportunities presented by this flood of data and technology-driven economy that has arisen. They are constantly looking to improve their infrastructure to meet the demands of the market. As technology shapes our lifestyle, different sectors of society are also coping up with the ever-changing landscape of industry. Education 4.0 aims to catalyze systems change to transform the future of learning. We have seen a growing demand in the e-learning technologies in the past years. The rise in content digitization, the switch to e-learning management systems, now to cloud-based, the increased demand of educational technology tools in many sectors. I can speak specifically of the health care sector growth that have been driving e-learning in the regions of North America and Europe. Other regions, such as the Middle East and Africa, have focused on the drive of mobile learning. In the regions of Asia Pacific and Latin America, the growth of higher education are the drivers, corporate upskilling and retooling. The growing demand for online English courses and other educational online courses have played a significant role in the expansion of e-learning market. 2019, the e-learning market was estimated to be a size of $200 billion. It's expected to grow to a further $375 billion by the year 2026. According to UNESCO, in 2020, the academe sector, heavy users of e-learning, have seen an interesting increase in the students' retention ratio to around 25 to 27%, while over 41% of the global Fortune 500 companies were already using educational technologies to train their employees. On the other hand, there are around 175 million students who are likely to be affected by disasters yearly. Thus, governments around the world are under constant pressure to build up resiliency in their educational systems to ensure continuous access to education for these children at risk. Industries may differ in their business practices, but the required skill sets to develop a workforce generally fall into some of the similar buckets. The flexibility and the capability to deliver on e-learning enables industries to train their workforce cost effectively on various skills required for their particular operations, from soft skills to technically specific job skills. Players in the e-learning landscape, they're providing different products and services to address the specific needs of this growing market. Content providers around the world are already embracing the e-learning technologies that enable them to develop, package modules and content for online and offline. It is important to note the scalability and efficiency of these management systems are a key factor on why educational institutions and corporations are migrating their contents to learning and knowledge management platforms. As we are currently witnessing, the COVID-19 pandemic has also played a significant role in the surge and acceleration of e-learning. According to the data of UNESCO, around 200 million students were already affected by national school closure worldwide due to COVID-19. And the days after World Health Organization declared COVID-19 outbreak as a global pandemic, almost 1.3 billion students have relied on flexible learning modality. However, even with the availability and access to technology, there are still gaps that need to be addressed. In 2015, the United Nations launched the Sustainable Development Goals, which Sustainable Development Goal Target number 4 highlights the urgent call to provide quality education and promote lifelong learning for all. According to the research of Pricewaterhouse, achieving this SDG target has been particularly challenged by the 4 barriers of the 4th Industrial Revolution. The first of these barriers is the availability of data. Data across multiple sources can guide decision makers in developing educational policies, guidance, which can impact the outcomes for learners. Second is the access to technology. Technology provides an infrastructure for learners and teachers to collaborate, gather, analyze, and access information on real time. Third is a challenge of people. Partnerships are needed between public and private entities to minimize the gaps on learning infrastructure and access to technology. Lastly is process. Inadequate financial models, coupled with investment gaps in developing countries, are limiting the process of education. Governments need to adapt quickly as governance and regulations are being outpaced by the speed of technology advancements. The skills required in achieving this target are also evolving. Now the challenge lies in addressing the barriers of technology while providing the right skill set for the 21st century learners. The future of learning is expected to be a combination of human intrinsic competency and human machine collaboration. The human intrinsic competency involves our cognitive and soft skills, which we could typically encounter in traditional learning, while the human machine collaboration would require learners to be digitally competent and AI literate. Big data, artificial intelligence play a major role in the future of education. They create an ambitious environment for innovations that would enable adaptive, personalized learning revolution in the future. In the research of the World Economic Forum and Pricewaterhouse, it was noted that technology could augment education not just on providing instructions. As an example, there is interactivity, multisensory assistive learning that can increase a student's engagement and interaction. As the data becomes more available, algorithms are created to assist learners in customized learning. The availability of gamification, voice assistance, speech-to-text technology makes learning support more inclusive. And lastly, smart tools that help schools, teachers with their resource management and requirements and planning. ADEC Innovations has formulated a framework to address the barriers presented earlier and the competencies required to address the Sustainable Development Goal targets related to education. Our end-to-end learning framework includes designing, assessing, analyzing, and implementing learning requirements of our clients. In developing our solutions, we considered the governance policies and institutional requirements of education and learning. The output is a combination of human-machine collaboration, gamification modules that harness the cognizant and soft skills that make learning more interesting and enjoyable. In closing, I'd like to say learning should be inclusive. Access to different modalities of learning need to be available to all stakeholders. Technology can help us adapt to these disruptive and challenging situations. We at ADEC continuously design and create innovative learning solutions that cater to the various needs of our clients through the use of people, technology, and data. I would like to end this presentation by affirming our belief that the future state of e-learning should revolve around these three big words: inclusion, adaptability, and innovation. Thank you. Thank you very much.